Welcome to Global Tutors lecture line. I am the Angel of Maths. Now, in our today's class, we'll be looking at finding positive square root of values. Okay. Now, this looks like a sword. This looks like a sword. I will call this a real number because it is not a whole number. You understand? Square root of 2 will not give you a whole number. Okay. So, how do we simplify this kind of thing? Now, whenever you're asked to find square root of values, which is not a natural number. When I talk about natural number, I talk about counting number. 1 is a natural number, 2 is a natural number, 3 is a natural number, 4 is a natural number. They are called counting numbers. But this is not a natural number. Square root of 2 is not a natural number, but rather it is a real number. Because square root of 2 will give you something point something. To give something like 1 point something something something. You understand? So it is not a natural number, but rather it is a real number. So how do we simplify this? Now this question can come in two ways. It is either it is of the form a plus b root 2, or let's say, let me use c here because any number can be used here, or it can be in this form a minus b root c. So this is the only two ways it can come out in form of. Okay, so now if it is of this form, how do you solve it? And if it is of this form, how do you solve it? So I'm going to make everything to be very easy. So make sure you have something with you, ice cream or yogurt. Okay, so now let's get to the deal. When it is positive, how do we take it? When it is negative, how do we take it? So I'm going to make your life to be what? Beautiful. So now, if I'm asked to find the positive square root of this, positive square root of this simply means positive square root of a plus b root c. Positive square root of this simply means square root of a minus b root c. So that's what it means. Positive square root of this means this. Positive square root of this means this. If I ask you, what is the positive square root of 4? It means this, which is what? 2. So how do we find the positive square root of this expression? How do we find it? So that's the question, and that is what we're about to do now. So just follow it, follow the steps, okay? Mathematics is all about rules and what? Regulation. If you can abide by the laws, you have nothing to what? Worry about. So now, let's start. I am asked to find the positive square root of this. I am asked to find the positive square root of this. So solution number 1. We are asked to find the positive square root of 19 plus 6 root 2. Find the positive square root of 19 plus 6 sod 2. So I will be like, let the positive square root of 19 plus 6 root 2 be, let the positive square root of this be, now I can represent this in form of a and what? B. I can represent it in form of a and b. So let it be equals to sod a plus sod b. Let the positive square root of this, you know that the positive square root of this is sod 19 plus 6 sod 2. So let it be what? Sod a plus sod b. So the reason why I'm using positive here is because there is positive here. So for this one that has negative here, I will be using sod a minus what? Sod b. Is it clear now? So whenever you see this type of question, this is the way you must solve it. When you see positive square root of any number, the first thing you do is that you check in between. Do we have a positive number there or a negative number? If the number you have there is positive, sod a plus sod b. If it is negative, sod a minus sod b. So always try and make things easy for yourself, okay? So now let us get to what we have. So it implies that square root of 19 plus 6 sod 2 will now be equal to sod a plus what? Sod b. So for this one, if I'm solving this one now, positive square root of this will be positive square root of 35 minus 12 sod 6. This will now be equal to what? Sod a minus what? Sod b. The reason why this one is minus is because there is minus here. Now for this one we have plus, so I'm using plus here. So at this point now, what do you think we can do? This is a square root. So how do I eliminate this square root? I will be like square both sides. If I want to remove this square root now, I will square both sides. Okay? So square both sides. So if I square both sides, what I'm going to have now will be bracket square root of 19 plus 6 sod 2 raised to power 2, because I know that this square that is here can cancel this square root. So this will be equal to square root of a plus square root of b, everything raised to power what? 2. So the first thing you have to do is that you employ this. Second thing is that you square both sides, okay? Such that this square will cancel the square root. We will left out having what? 19 plus what? 6 sod what? 2. This will be equal to. So now let us expand this. Sod a plus sod b raised to power 2. How do we expand? So this is like having sod a plus sod b raised to power 2. So which is something as sod a plus sod b, sod a plus sod what? B, because it is raised to the power of what? 2. So sod a times sod a will give us sod a squared. Okay, sod a squared. So let me simplify it this way. Sod a times sod b will give us plus what? Sod a sod ab plus sod b times sod a will give us sod ab plus sod b times sod b will give us what? Sod b squared. So sod a squared, square cancel square root, we have a plus this will give us 2 sod ab plus what? Sod b squared will give us what? B. Such that this will give us a plus b plus 2 sod what? AB. So this is what we have here. So this is to tell us that everything here is equal to this. So here I'm going to have a plus b plus what? 2 sod AB. 2 sod AB. So at this point now you find out that here we have a number which is a whole number and a sod. If you look at this part again, we also have a whole number and a what? A sod. So at this point you compare both sides. So this principle I'm following now is the principle you must follow for you to get the what? Answer. If you do anything that is not this way, you will fail it. Okay? Although we have many ways of doing it, but the easiest way to do it is to follow this pattern. Once you hear the word, find the positive square root, you check it, something plus something that has a sod. Go straight to the point. If it is positive, sod a plus sod b. Negative, sod a minus sod b. After that, since square root of this is equal to this, the next thing is square both sides. Anyhow, square both sides. Once you square both sides, you can be able to obtain this. Now, here now you compare both sides. Compare both sides. I want to compare both sides. This one don't have sod. So this one that doesn't have sod will be equal to this. This one has sod. Now this one that has sod now will be equal to this. Are you getting me now? This one don't have sod. So it will be equal to this. Okay? Look at it. 6 sod 2. So this one has sod. It will be equal to this. This one doesn't have sod. It will be equal to this. So comparing both sides, it means that a plus b, this one will be equal to this one, will be equal to 19. So you call this one equation 1. Now this one that has sod will be equal to this one that has sod. So 2 sod AB will be equal to what? 6 sod 2. So can we simplify? This is 2 here and this is 6. Can 2 go in 6? Yes. So if I divide both sides by 2, 2 goes with 2, I will have that sod AB will be equal to 2 goes in 6 will give me 3 sod what? 2. So this is, remember that I am comparing both sides. I am comparing both sides. So let me redo what I did. I said that this one has no sod, it will be equated to this. This one has sod, it will be equated to the one that has sod. Okay, it will be equated to the one that has sod. So it implies that a plus b is equal to 19. A plus b is equal to 19. And 2 sod AB, this one has sod. 2 sod AB will now be equal to the one that has sod. 6 sod what? 2. So the question I'll ask myself is, this is a coefficient 2 and this is 6. Can 2 go in 6? The answer is yes, 2 can go in 6. So let me divide both sides by 2. So 2 goes in 2, I will have sod AB is equal to 2 goes in 6 will give me what? 3 sod what? 2. So with your church mind, how can we eliminate this sod? How can we eliminate this sod? How can we eliminate sod? How can we eliminate a square root? For me to eliminate square root, I will square both sides. So here I'm squaring both sides. Square both sides. So if I should square both sides, I'm going to have sod AB raised to power 2 is equal to 3 sod 2 raised to power what? 2. Okay, so let me make some space here. so that we can finalize it here. So now, solve AB raised to power 2, this square root takes 2, okay? The square cancels the square root, so I'm left out with what? AB here is equal to, so 3 raised to power 2 will give me 9. So remember that this is 3 solve 2 raised to power 2. So 3 raised to power 2 will give me 9. So it will now be 9 times, so this square root will cancel the power 2, okay? It will now be 3 times, 9 times what? 2. Remember what we did here, this is 3 solve 2 raised to power what? 2. So if you have AB raised to power 2, it means A raised to power 2, B raised to power 2. Okay? So here what do we have? 3 solve 2 raised to power 2. What we have is 3 solve 2 raised to power 2. So it is 3 raised to power 2 dot solve 2 raised to power what? 2. Remember that when you have solve something raised to power 2, 2 can easily cancel the what? Solve. The power of 2 can easily cancel the solve. So this is 3 raised to power 2 give us 9 times. Now, power of 2 cancels the solve. We have what? 2. That is how I got this. Okay? So when we simplify this, we will have that our AB is equal to 9 times 2 is what? 18. So you now call this one equation what? 2. So remember that this is our equation 1 and this is our equation 2. So remember simultaneous equation. You solve equation 1 and equation 2 simultaneously. Okay? So if you're having any difficulty, please try to go back. Okay? You can watch it over and over again. Try and go back, get what you need, then you proceed. Okay? So now at this point now we're going to solve equation 1 and equation 2 simultaneously. So solve equation 1 and 2 simultaneously. Solve equation 1 and equation 2 simultaneously. So what is our equation 1? A plus B is equal to 19. This is equation 1. What is equation 2? AB is equal to what? 18. This is equation 2. So from equation 1 you can make a subject formula. Okay, this is simultaneous equation in secondary school, so we can make a subject formula. So making a subject formula, we have that A will be equal to 19 minus what? B. You can call this equation what? 3. So substitute this equation 3 in equation 2, then you simplify what you have. Okay, substitute this in equation 3, substitute equation 3, substitute for A in equation 3 into equation 2. So substitute for A in equation 2. Substitute for A in equation 2. So let me make some space here. So substitute for A in equation 2. So any place you see A in equation 2, you put this. Okay? So remember that equation 2 is AB is equal to what? 18. But we have that A is equal to 19 minus what? B. So this A now will change to 19 minus B bracket B is equal to what? 18. So at this point, we are going to expand this. 19 times B will give us 19B minus B squared is equal to what? 18. Let's bring this one inside. Okay, so that it will be equal to 0. We have 19B minus B squared minus 18 is equal to 0. So this thing now looks exactly like a quadratic equation. Okay, so if I rearrange this, I have minus B squared plus 19B minus 18 is equal to what? 0. But look at this, that has the power, that has the highest power, it has a negative value. So what do I do? So I will multiply through by negative 1 so that this one will have a positive value here. So multiply through by minus 1. Multiply through by minus 1. So when you do that, minus 1 times this will give us B squared minus 19B plus 18 equal to what? 0. So at this point, what are we going to do? At this point, what are we going to do? You ask yourself a question. Is this factorizable? Is it factorizable? So you can check if it is factorizable, but for me, I'm going to use formula method. So anyhow you like, you do it. You understand? If you use formula method here, it will work. Then you can also check whether it is factorizable or not. So you can still factorize with your calculator. Okay? You can still factorize with your calculator. So you can still factorize with your calculator. So the coefficient of B squared here is 1. The coefficient of B here is minus 19. and the coefficient, okay, our constant here is 18. So let me see whether it is factorizable. So I am getting 18 and 1. So at this point now, if you check it, you find out that it is factorizable, because once I simplify this, I'll get 18 and 1. What do I mean? Since this is minus 19 and this is coefficient here is 1, 1 times 18 is 18. What do you multiply to get 18? When you add, you get minus 19. Okay? So minus 18 times minus 1 will give us 18. Now minus 18 plus minus 1 will give us minus 19. So it is factorizable. Okay? It is factorizable. So this is like b squared minus 18b minus b plus 18 is equal to 0. So at this point, I can group what I have. So I have b squared minus b, so I group this to this, plus minus 18b plus 18 equal to 0. Okay, I can factor out b here, so I have b minus 1. So I can factor out minus 18 here, minus 18 bracket b minus 1 equal to 0. Remember that minus 18 going in plus 18 will give us minus 1. So this and this looks the same. So I will have b minus 1 and b minus 18 equal to what? 0. So this implies that b minus 1 is equal to 0, therefore b is equal to 1, or b minus 18 is equal to 0, therefore b is equal to what? 18. So since b occurred in two ways, 1 and 18, so we're going to solve for a when b is 1, and we'll also solve for a when b is what? 18. Okay, so let us do that. We're going to solve for a when b is 1, and we'll also solve for a when b is 18. So solving for a, remember our relationship. Remember the relationship we have. You know, we have different relationships here. The first relationship we have is that a plus b is equal to 19. That was our equation 1. And our equation 2 is that we have that ab is equal to what? 18. So solving for b, okay, solving for a when b is equal to 1. So when b is 1, what is a? Remember that a plus b is equal to 19. Note, a plus b is equal to 19. So if b is 1, I'll have a plus 1 is equal to 19, such that a will be equal to 19 minus 1. A will be equal to what? 18. Again, solving for a when b is what? You know, b is 1 and 18, when b is 18. So I'll still use the relationship. A plus b is equal to 19. Now b is 18. A plus 18 is equal to 19. Therefore, a is equal to 19 minus 18. So which implies that our a is equal to what? 1. So when b is 1, a is 18. And when b is 18, a is 1. So as you can see, a can be 1 and 18. A can be 1 and 18. B can also be 1 and what? 18. So any one of them can go. Now remember that we said that the positive square root of this, when we started initially, okay, let me make some space here so that I can finalize the answer to this. When we started initially, we said that let the positive square root of 19 plus 6 root 2, let it be equals to sod a plus what? Sod b. So since a can be 18 and 1 and b can be 18 and 1, so you can just match it anyhow you like. You can give a 18 and give b 1, or you give a 1 and give b 18. It is still the same thing. So the positive square root of 19 plus 6 sod 2 will be equals to square root of 1 plus square root of what? 18. So this is what we have, okay? Because a can be 1, a can be 18, b can be 1, b can be 18. So just share it the way you want, okay? You can put 1 here, put 18 here, or you put 18 here and put 1 here. So square root of 1 will give you 1 plus. So can we reduce 18? Yes. 2 times 9 is 18. So if you have square root of this, so 9 has a perfect square, which is 3. So this can give you 3 sod what? 2. So the answer is 1 plus what? 3 sod there. So positive square root of 19 plus 6 sod 2 is equal to 1 plus 3 sod 2. So if you use your calculator and press positive square root of 19 plus 6 sod 2, it will still give you the same answer as 1 plus 3 sod what? 2. So when Futo give you this type of question, this is what they expect you to do what? Solve. Okay? So pause the video, solve question number 2 before we proceed. So let's continue. I hope you have done the equation. I hope you have solved it. So now let's continue with the second one. Find the positive square root of 35 minus 12 sod 6. Okay, find the positive square root. So let the positive square root of 35 minus 12 sod 6. Okay, let me be like, let the positive square root of 35 minus 12 sod 6b. So remember how we did the other one of addition. So this one now will be sod A. Since there is minus here, minus what? Sod B. Don't forget, the one of plus, use plus. The one of minus, use minus. Minus is here, so minus is here. So it implies that square root of 35 minus 12 sod 6 will be equal to sod A minus what? Sod B. So you still do the same thing you did for the other one. How do I remove this square root that is here? Square both sides. Square both sides. So square both sides. So you want to square both sides at 5 minus 12 sod 6 equal to sod A minus sod B all squared. So this cancels this. So I will have 35 minus 12 sod 6. 35 minus 12 sod 6. This will be equal to, so we are going to expand this. This is sod A minus sod B all squared. Okay? Put something as sod A minus sod B. Sod A minus sod B. So let's expand. Sod A times sod A will give us sod A squared, which is A. Sod A times minus sod B will give us minus sod AB. Minus minus sod AB. Minus sod B times minus sod B will give us plus sod B squared, which is what? B. So what we have is A plus B minus 2 sod AB. So that is what this will give. A plus B minus 2 sod AB. So what we have is A plus B minus 2 sod what? AB. So at this point, what do you think? Remember the previous one we did. If it is positive here, positive should be here. Then if it is negative here, negative should be here. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Okay? Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Now at this point now, what do you think? Compare both sides. Okay? Compare both sides. Compare both sides. So when you compare both sides, this place that have no square root will be equal to 35, and this place that have a sod will be equal to this. So it implies that A plus B is equal to 35. We call this equation 1. This is exactly the other one. Just that in the other one we have positive, and this one we have what? Negative. So now, minus 2 sod AB is equal to what? Minus 12 sod what? 6. So let us work with this. Can minus 2 go in minus 6? Yes. So if we divide both sides by minus 2, minus 2 goes in minus 2, we have that sod AB will be equal to what? Minus 2 goes in minus 12, we have 6 sod what? 6. So at this point now, how do you think we can eliminate this square root that is here? Remember the previous one, exactly the same thing. Square both sides, okay? Square both sides. Square both sides. So when we square both sides, what are we going to have? So let me make a space here. So this square root will cancel this. This square will cancel the square root. We have that AB will be equal to. So 6 raised to power 2. So here we have 6 raised to power 2 times. Now sod 6 raised to power 2. So 2 will cancel the sod. We will just have what? 6. Okay. So now at this point, what we have is 6 squared times 6. That is 6 raised to power what? 3. So 6 raised to power 3 will give us what? 216. This is 6 raised to power 2 times 6. That is 6 raised to power 3 according to the rules of what? Indices. So we have that A plus B is equal to 216. So you can call this equation what? 2. So at this point now we have equation 1 and equation 2. How did we solve the other one? Don't forget. Now that we have equation 1 and equation 2, you solve equation 1 and equation 2 simultaneously. Okay? Solve equation 1 and 2 simultaneously. So solve equation 1 and equation 2 simultaneously, okay? So what is our equation 1? Our equation 1 is A plus B is equal to 35. We have that A plus B is equal to 35, which means that A will be equal to 35 minus what? B. So substitute A in equation what? 2. Substitute A in equation 2. That is equation 2. So equation 2 is A, B is equal to 216. So we have that AB is equal to 216. So what is A? Our A is 35 minus B. So we have that 35 minus B, bracket B, 35 minus B times B is equal to 216. So let me make a space up there. Okay, let me make a space up there. So at this point, what we have is 35 minus B into B is equal to 216. Okay, 35 minus B times B is equal to 216. Okay, so what we have is 35 minus B into B is equal to 216. So let's expand this. I will have 35B minus B squared is equal to 216. So bringing this inside, I will have 35B minus B squared minus 216 is equal to 0. Okay, so arranging this the way it should be, because looking at this, I have obtained a quadratic equation. Okay, I have obtained the quadratic equation. So I will have minus B squared plus 35B minus 216 is equal to 0. So I want this to be a positive. You know that for every quadratic equation, the value that has the highest power is always positive. So multiply through by minus 1. So we have that B squared minus 35B plus 216 is equal to what? 0. Now at this point, B squared minus 35B plus 216 is equal to 0. Is this factorizable? Let me check. Is it factorizable? You check if it is factorizable. What can we multiply together and get 216? When we add it together, we get minus 35. So the coefficient of B squared here is 1, then minus 35. That's the coefficient of the second one. This is minus 35. Okay. Now this is 216. So let me see whether it is factorizable. So it is factorizable. So we have 27 and 8. So let's check. 27 times 8 will give us 216. Okay. Minus 27 times minus 8. Minus 27 times minus 8 will give us 216. Now minus 27 plus 8 plus minus 8 will give us minus 35. So it is factorizable. Okay. So if you try it and find out that it is not factorizable, you can use formula method. Okay, you can use formula method. So I'm going to show you guys how to factorize using the calculator, so that you can use your calculator and factorize and know what the root will be. Then you know how to compute it. Okay, so here we have B squared minus 27B minus 8B plus 216 equal to what? 0. Okay, so we have B squared minus 8B plus minus 27B plus 216 equal to 0. So it will now be B into B minus 8. So minus 27 into B minus what? So minus 27, 216 divided by minus 27. Okay? This will give us minus 8 equal to what? 0. So at this point, what else are we going to do? So this will give us B minus 8. So I choose one of these, and B minus what? 27 equal to 0. So we have that B minus 8 is equal to 0, or B minus 27 is equal to 0. So our B is equal to 8, or our B is equal to what? 27. So we have obtained our B to be 8, and we have also obtained our B to be what? 27. So what is B? What is A when B is 8? And what is A when B is what? 27. So that is what we are going to do now. That is exactly what we are going to do now. So remember the relationship we have, that A plus B is equal to what? 35. So for B equals to 8, for B equals to 8, so A will be equal to, so A plus 8 will be equal to 35, such that A will be equal to 35 minus A, such that A will be equal to what? 27. So when B is, for B equal to 27, for B equal to 27, so we have that A plus B is equal to 35. So A plus 27 is equal to 35. So A will be equal to 35 minus 27. So A will be equal to what? 8. So as you can see, when B is 8, A is 27, and when B is 27, A is 8. So they are interchangeable. Okay, they're interchangeable. Like the other one we did. When this is this one take the other. So both of them have the same value. Both of them have the same value. So from all indication, the positive square root of 35 minus 12 sub 6, the positive square root of 35 minus 12 sub 6, which was equals to sub A minus sub B, will be equal to sub A minus sub B. Okay? Sub A minus sub B. So let A takes the bigger number and let B takes the smaller number. Okay? Let A takes the bigger number and let B takes the smaller number. So let A takes the two numbers we have is 27 and 8, 27 and 8. So let this be sub 27 minus sub 8. Okay? Sub 27 minus sub 8. Okay? So now what is sub 27? What is sub 27? Can we simplify it further? So yes, it can give us, you know that 3 times 9 is 27. So 3 times 9 is 27. Now square root of 9 is what? 3. So this is the same thing as 3 sub 3 minus, what is sub 8? 2 times 4 is 8. So 4 has a perfect square, which is 2. So this one is what? 2 sub what? 2. So you can leave it this way or you leave it this way. So this is sub 35 minus 12 sub 6 is equal to this. Sub 35 minus 12 sub 6 is equal to this. Okay? So when you are doing the one of negative, make sure that you give the bigger number to A and the smaller number to B. Like here we have 27 and 8. Give the bigger number to A because of this negative. Note that square root of any number can never be what? Negative. If you should give this one a smaller number, give this one a bigger number, you get a negative answer. Although I know that if this square root goes over, it will become positive. You understand? But please always put the bigger number here and put the smaller number here. Okay? This is 27 and this is 8. So what I did was that square root of 27, I did it in this form. 3 times 9, 27. 9 has a perfect square, which is 3. Okay, this is a square root of 27. Okay, so 9 has a perfect square. What is square root of 9? 3 times 3, 9. So it gave us 3 sub what? 3. So you still do the same thing for this one. Square root of 8, which is square root of 2 times 4. Okay, 4 has a perfect square, 2. So it will now give us 2 sub what? 2. So that's how we got this. So if you should press this in the calculator, it will still give you the same answer as that. So watch the video over and over and over again. Practice, practice, practice. Share to your friends, share to your loved ones, share to your enemies. Global Tutors love you all. I still remain Angel of Maths.